Across Kenya, public servants dedicate their lives to building our nation. But who secures their future when the work is done? The Public Service Superannuation Fund (PSSF) was created to answer this question, a vision born from reform, driven by sustainability and powered by people. Established under the Public Service Superannuation Scheme Act Cap 189A, PSSF marked a fundamental shift from the defined benefit scheme to a defined contributory scheme. This was more than a policy change. It was a strategic move to ensure long-term sustainability and inclusivity. From legislative ink to operational muscle, the PSSF became fully operational on January 1st, 2021.
As the Chief Executive of Time and Management Authority, one of my mandate was to develop a pension policy for the country. And I found that it was not fair for the government employees to continue in the current status that they were in of a pay-as-you-go scheme. So in 2020, the stakeholders had agreed on bringing in the board members because the way the structure of the scheme was, half of the trustees are from the sponsor, which is the government, and the other half comes from the stakeholders, which are basically the teachers there, the police, security organs. They're all in that scheme and other institutions which are of the government. And that's how PSSS came to be.
I was involved in consulting the government of Kenya about solving this problem, that as a country, since independence, civil servants have never had a funded pension scheme. Now, what happened is that the Kibaki government at that time made a decision to pass a legislation, the PSSF Act of 2012, to now say, going forward, we are going to set up money outside the national budget that will then cater for civil servants when they get to retirement. As a country, we took that decision, set up, but to actualize and operationalize this act, that was done in 2021.
One of the issues was, first of all, there was no cash, there was no funds. And setting up the scheme, we had to push the government to put some seeding money, almost 600 million to set it up. And then we also had the issue about who are going to be transferred to the scheme. So we set up a limit of an age of 45 and below. People above 45 was voluntary. Another issue which was there is what rate were they going to contribute? Because the employees were saying, if you're going to deduct 7% from our salary, then you must increase our salary. That took very long for us to agree. Then we said, okay, we'll start with 2.5. But the government contribution, we put it at 15.
And in just 3 years, the fund has recorded exceptional growth to almost 500,000 active members and its assets soaring to 220 billion shillings by 2025. The membership consists of teachers, civil servants, National Police Service, Kenya Prison Service, and the National Youth Service.
And the key drivers of this is basically, one is the level of contributions, 22.5%, membership, almost 500,000 members, investment return, and also the fact that very few people are leaving this fund, so the payout is much less.
Behind the numbers lies a story of operational rigor, innovation, and commitment to member first.
Without ICT support and technical digitization in any organization, there is no future. So as PSSF, we have taken this bold move to make sure that we move in line with the government policy of supporting digitization in our operations. So what we have done is to invest heavily on ICT and digital services so that members can be able to access their benefits, to get to know their status online. And we have invested all this infrastructure to support really the awareness and the service to our membership. Well, the key milestones that I can actually describe very easily is the structures that have been put in place.
At the heart of PSSF's strategy lies transparency and education.
We have a clear definition of who the members of our scheme can be drawn from, and we have a very solid members of the Board of Trustees and management who has gone a long way to make sure that all those who are supposed to be members have been recruited. At PSSF, we are adopting a strategy of what we can call an open book strategy. We declare interest publicly, and we also hold governance, or rather annual general meetings, where we call our members, get to know what is going on. We hold meetings with our board of trustees, so there are no surprises in PSSF if you are a member.
PSSF is not just a fund, it's a commitment to people, to their peace of mind, to their future.
Once the scheme now took off, one thing that I did as chairman, had a vision for this scheme. My vision was 3 pillars. The first pillar is accumulation of capital, because problem was people are retiring and then they're told there's no money, or the money is in buildings or somewhere. I said I must have cash, so that when you retire today, the following day, your money is in your payslip. The structure we were going to set, we are going to get all the details about you, so that when you retire, you don't have to come to us to start filling forms. The HR will send the details of your people retiring in the year, we process them, and they go to retirement and money start landing into the account without them coming to us. So, and then we need a cash. And we say, if we now set up a fund, like the accumulated cash, the way I wanted to accumulate it, because the kind of contribution we were having in a month was 3 billion. There's a lot of money. And that's why I had a negotiation with the central bank. I told them, this kind of money should not just pass to any bank, even for 3 days. Members will lose. Let it go straight to central bank account within the same bank. And we were able to invest in bonds at that time at 13%. And within that period, I was there for 1 year or so. We accumulated almost 40 billion.
For members, PSSF is not just a scheme, it's a promise fulfilled. It means dignity, support, and security in a life of service.
It is not just the funds collected. It is the funds collected and even the interest these funds have amassed. So teachers are able to know the amounts or even their monies, both the contribution and the interest at the right time. So one doesn't have to even travel to go to the head office and to question. No, they do it at the comfort of their phones. Because teachers have been able to compare this scheme with the earlier scheme. To teachers, it is a very flexible kind of a pension scheme whereby they are assured of their contribution and the government's contribution anytime they exit, be it exit through death, be it exit through termination, be it exit through retirement. They are assured of their pension. It is God sent at the right time.
At PSSF, a good governance isn't optional, it's our lifeline. From county to county, thousands of members are learning how to register and update their personal details, update beneficiary records, claim benefits, check statements of their contributions and accrued interests.
As a member, I registered by dialing *378#. I followed through the prompts, registered and input my email address. And after that, I requested for a statement which was sent to my email, and I'm updated on my contribution, my employer contribution, and what the government is contributing, and the interest, because it is well captured on the statement. There's a website where a member can register, set the password, and when they set the password, when they log in, there's a place to access the member's statement. It is important because this is your money for retirement. It can help you even to start planning for your retirement, because you are easily seeing how much you have saved and the interest. It makes it easier for you to plan for retirement. So those are some of the benefits and why it is important for us to know how much we are contributing.
Still, this is a two-way street. PSSF provides a platform, but members must play their part.
It is important that when you are a member or when you are an employee, for God's sake, look at your pay slip, see where your money is going. And we as PSSF are going to ensure that we reach out to our members. Let them know that they are contributing 7.5% of their salary to this fund. We will do our bit we will try and communicate, we will try and get in touch, we will try and put the information out there for them. But ultimately, you must also take individual responsibility to know where this money is going. Secondly, I have agreed with Jonah that over the next 6 months, we are going to set up regional offices. We are going to have regional offices within the administrative structure of the old provincial administration. Have an office in Nyeri, have an office in Mombasa, have an office in Kakamega, Kisumu, so that our members within those regions know that we have an office there they can access. So I want to urge all members, you must take individual responsibility. Don't wait until you are 45, 50, you're about to retire, now worrying about retirement. We are here. We'll give you all the information because this is your scheme, this is your fund, this is your money.
Member representation reflects the member-centric philosophy that established the pension scheme.
Within the Act, it is entrenched that when it comes to formation of the board, a part of the board members are representatives from the unions. So through that, bringing representation on board, it is a way of ensuring that member interests are captured in decisions that run the scheme. The interests of members are also captured when you are coming up with the policies. More so, when there are new initiatives in the management of the scheme, the same trickles down to the members through the same representation.
I visualize a service whereby we strengthen our partnership. We make sure that all our members, by at least in the next 3 years or so, at least every member understands what PSSF is, what their benefits are, and they're able to ask questions. And we're happy that at least since PSSF has invested in digital forums, that our members are able to access this information, ask questions, and even access their benefits using the USSD code. It has impacted them a lot, and whenever we have these webinars, we share with our communication teams across all the services, and these NPS headquarters and members are able to access them from our website, not just from PSSF website.
So I would request, or rather like the members to get to know their rights, and beyond that, get to plan their retirement. And in planning your retirement, you need to understand how your fund or your account is growing over time. And then understand that the tax benefits that you enjoy from contributing to a pension scheme such as PSSF, you will be able to enjoy some tax, some amount which is not taxable, and therefore you are able to enjoy that and to save for your retirement. Beyond that, in the unlikely event that you exit this world by maybe form of death and so on, your people can also benefit. And in that context, as a member, you need to give proper record and give us the records of who your nominees of dependents you may wish to nominate, so that we capture all your data, and therefore we will not have a struggle or need to pay in the unlikely event that you exit, or rather you die while in service or even in retirement. We can know who to pay your benefits. Otherwise, it will be good for all the members to be part of this big fund and enjoy the services that we are rendering.
The story of pensions in Kenya has changed forever, because the future of our public servants is finally in safe hands.